Hey guys, Rick Melero here with This Capital, and today we're literally doing a day in the life. We're really pursuing some really strategic partnerships as we expand our investment strategies. But I really think the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway that any investor should take in any business really is that what we need to stop doing is chasing transactions. And what we need to start doing is chasing relationships, because relationships are literally the lifeblood of every transaction. And so as you'll see, and we cover some of this information and strategies, we're doing many, many projects, but the source of those projects are the strategic alliances that we built with other like-minded individuals. And our goal is to infuse these different components of the value that different individuals bring to the table to create a complete turnkey solution that everybody wants to be a part of. And so that's the key to what we're doing. So hopefully you'll enjoy it today. Typically say the script's a little longer, but the reality, you can say, look, hey guys, welcome to this session. Say who you are. I'm a private investor. You know, we lend capital, but over the last few months, we've been getting a lot of inquiries from investors and almost take the need, saying, hey, listen, okay, that's great. I want to borrow from you, but how do I get great deals? Because it's getting harder.
Yeah. I just had one yesterday.
And that's how you spin it. Say, so what we decided to do is, since we have a network of people, I negotiated with some really solid professionals that I trust that can help us put together a complete turnkey solution. So today I have Desmond.
Right.
He's an expert. He's going to tell you about what he does, how he does it. And then in a minute, I'll tell you how you get to work with me and you get access to all of my team.
Right,
Yes.
exactly. And I'm gonna hog your studio.
Take it.
Your video guys.
Use the studio, get it all going. I think it'll be solid. The audio will be great.
Yeah.
And that's what I found. As long as the audio is good, when you do the people stay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although if it's a little off, then it's like, this is bothering me.
Oh, I love.
So they're creating like open spaces.
Yes.
Yes.
So, but there's ways that he's working on that style, but on a 1,600 square foot home. So if you can, so what you do is you know how you would have like space you pay for. So for example, you have like the patio and the bath or whatever. They can make it in an open space so you're going through it.
Yes.
And it feels like it's a part of the house.
Yes.
So the square footage looks bigger, but it's not.
And if you have those huge windows,
Yes.
it's, even if it's a small house, it looks very open and you don't feel like claustrophobic.
Yep.
And yeah, I like that.
The same house that I can get built for, let's say $205,000. That same house with him costs $250,000. So the problem is, if you go to a community that has impact fees, your profit's gone. But so that's what we have to balance: is the price per square foot of construction, a balance of the finishes, so you have something unique, and then of course the market, and then we fund those. So right now we have good price, good floor plan. What I want to do now for you guys is get at least one or two templates with people like him. That we take some of the feel, the look, we put it in these floor plans and maybe modify some of the floor plans. Once we build the first stack, then we can go and say, okay, what are some other floor plans we can
Right. Yes.
And you can, remember, you can also do it. So the goal might be, okay, I'm doing business, lending money, we have this turnkey product, but now we go to Jim and say, Jim, they want to build their own house.
Yes.
This is this framework. These are the ideas.
Right.
And you can leverage my design team to then put together a visual of how you want it. I have a lady that did the reunion home you guys were at.
Yes, you.
Gorgeous home.
But you told, yeah.
But the level of finishes that she picks, you can't put in a 1,600.
No.
But with this guy, that's why I'm meeting him now, because what he did is he took that $5 million house and he found a way.
Wait, that guy is also designing the inside,
Yes.
not just building the house.
Nope.
He does everything, the
So
design
we will fund him to build his own deals because he's a developer. In lieu of, give me some of your ideas so I can stamp your brand.
Right.
But I want cost effective and I want design. Because that's the part I don't know how to do.
Yeah.
And so you start now doing Hawaii too?
So we do have an institution that will do Hawaii. We personally are still kind of, we don't have it set up because most of those properties are on a land lease. It's hard to get.
I know,
I just turned down yesterday one from Hawaii.
Now you could technically submit it in the auction platform.
Oh, yeah.
You could.
Oh,
There is a hedge fund I know of that is doing deals in Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
So that may be an option.
Okay.
If we find investors which come into the turnkey program for whatever reason, maybe they're just starting out or whatever whatnot, because it's really a handheld or hand-holding program.
Yep.
And it's easy, it's kind of hands-off, but they're still investing. So
Right.
they still get the whole profit in the end.
Do they?
Yes, do they?
So then now you open a question. So generally, if you're just going to the market and saying you're going to put your down payment, I'm going to fund you. In the beginning, you're saying it's your deal, your profit,
Yep.
Whatever. Now you're making money obviously on acquisition, renovation, and all that. But what'll end up happening is this breeds joint ventures.
Yes.
So some of these guys will say, hey, is there a way that you can fund more, or could you handle it? And that's when you say, well, if you want me to handle the rest of that, then it's going to have to
Then
go.
I take.
Then I'll take a percentage. And they'll do it. They'll do it. For example, this guy's coming here, and he's like, I'll do all the work. I'll put all the effort. I'll even put money. I just need land. I'm like, well, I have two lots that I control.
Yeah.
And I'll fund you the rest. You put the
Right.
difference. So yeah, it'll evolve into joint ventures. It'll evolve in. And the other flip side of that is, let's say you get a few that are like, I want to do this, but I'm not ready to put all this money.
Right.
How do I get involved passively? Hey, we have a
Oh yeah, we
marketplace.
have the other. Yes, exactly.
And then they put their money in, boom, and then now it's your deal that we're doing, but they're the investor putting the passive.
Okay, wait. Yeah, you put the investment, you put the passive, but I'm still.
You can still be the operator.
I'm the investor in the front. So basically, the loan is my name, my company, whatever.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. No,
You
this
just
is what
need another
this is
company.
what I want to do. Right?
You'll just need another company, because we had one partner do that already, and my team missed it, because that's why we're fixing automations. But so we have a client brought several loans that we funded in their company. Okay. Well, then he tells our team, I got a deal that I want to do, and he has money. Fine, we'll fund you. That's fine. So we go to fund him, and we get to the closing table, and the documents he provided were of the same company. So the same lender is the borrower.
Oh.
So it's a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
No. But so if I create a company owned by my holding company in
Yep.
Wyoming, which is basically Caldari Development or whatever,
Yep.
that company can actually obtain the loan
Yep.
from Caldari Realty,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
But just try to make it like maybe a different name, so it's not so like
No
easily
proof,
connected.
no
Oh yeah, I
Caldari.
can come up with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna meet with you guys somewhere else, and I'm like, I'm meeting him here, so let's just all meet here. And then he calls me, Rick, we're supposed to film today, and I'm like, come too.
That's so good.
I'm done.
That's so good. That's
Yeah.
funny. Hey, you're in front of the camera. No, that's awesome. I mean, what a way to bring synergy, and really, I mean, that word gets used a lot, but truly, it's translation from one place and one, you can say discipline to another.
Right.
And it's amazing. One-stop shop.
Yes.
That's kind of what I
Yeah.
do within our own firm. Architecture, interiors, decor, one-stop shop. Then we have builder partners. This is in Kauai, Hawaii.
Yes.
And it is so cool because that's how it works. And you can build from there, right? You're trying to take over the world.
Yeah,
But work
right.
on what you have and build from there.
Exactly.
And that's what we're going to do. So awesome. Thank
You talked about a word yesterday, the unity.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, if you
Wakahi.
only knew.
Just wait.
Just wait.
These guys are the real deal. So they hustle. Not only that, this guy's a programmer. So they're like this guy knows a duo. She makes it rain, and he knows how to streamline the process and like automate things. So he's really working with us a lot on a lot of parts of the business.
Yeah.
But one of the things that they're going to be able to do is bring a lot of these turnkey clients that want to come in to get funding, but also now to get access to the whole system.
Because it's true. You're missing you come in, you go, well, I really want to invest. I really want to do this. I've heard about it. How do I get in it?
Yeah,
How do I do this?
Just
I mean, of course, we know the know-how, but there's a lot of people that want to be in on this. And
Yeah.
How do you do it? When you have something like this, it's a no-brainer. My goodness.
Yes.
Proven record, you can help me do this, and I get to do it? No way.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It makes a big
Whole
difference.
deal.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah. So good. I mean, so many people, again, they're out there, they're wanting to do this, and they do have the resources, but they have no clue how to do it.
Yeah.
I could see this taking off, not just taking off, but I always say undercommit, over-deliver is one of my sayings, literally.
Yep.
If you overcommit, you're not going to make it. But even with something like this, people, I believe, are going to start coming because word of mouth, just hear, oh my goodness, who's doing what? You can go to this place and they'll literally help you get funded and actually do these deals. and they have other professionals that are already
Yeah,
lined up and
yeah.
they're proving it. No way. Some of you have to replicate this, you know, because it's gonna be an overwhelming. I think people come in. So I mean, I'm just thinking, you know, growth, you know, because this is literally what people. This is a conversation out there. I'm a rich dad, poor dad, and there's a lot of podcasts out there, and there's a lot of people that are wanting to get in it.
Sure.
And there's people that are not even listening to them that are already in it, but they're only doing like one here, one. I know I can do more.
Yeah.
Like, how do I do more?
Yes,
You know?
how do I get to the next
Yeah.
step? Exactly.
It's this culture. You just mentioned it with all these books of the gurus out there.
Yeah.
Lots of people are talking,
Yeah.
but not many people are
Doing.
doing it. And last year when we started with Rick, he said finally we need to do. And
Come
we
on.
started, and here we are.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
They're making it happen.
Yes.
That's huge because those are the things that are going to make us successful.
Oh yeah.
And that's what the things that make me successful already. Because when we do work, you have to know these things. Just to know how, oh my goodness, okay, it has to look amazing, yes, and it has to be durable, yes. But how do you meet both?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Because then you're trying to spend too much money, and you do end up spending too much money, which, you know, our designs, we already know the end. We already know that I know it works, and I know it's too much, but I know also that I need to push the limit of making it, you know, somebody spending $10 million, $20 million in a house, well, I want our $5 million to feel just the same
Right, exactly.
with less money. So, oh, that's a cliche. Everybody wants to do that. Well, yeah, but we've actually figured it out. I know how to not spend $400,000 on tile and still make it feel the same, you know? Because when you compare the houses across the board, it doesn't take that much more to actually make it. You have to buy the materials
Yes,
no matter what. And I know, again, it's like, well, yeah, that makes sense, but how do you do that? Well, here's the thing. I always compare what's the comps, right? Comparison, market value, what's out there. And then I think I showed you this example. I like to see, okay, what's the most expensive home around here? And how beautiful is it? And then I'll take some of that and I'll say, okay, that's what we're aiming for, but we're going to keep it in this budget. And it's a no-brainer. I called it the wow effect, and I give God the glory because it's amazing.
Beautiful, yeah,
And
that's
people
good.
walk in and go, wow.
Yeah.
All I did was I literally pushed the limit of how can we make this the best
Look
product.
like that,
Look like this.
but cheaper.
Exactly, and it's a luxury, just a
Yes.
luxury elegance, what you touch and feel, and that's really the trick. The trick is really
Absolutely, yeah.
what you touch and feel, and how you make it, how you use the space, the experience.
Yeah, yeah.
This project I'm excited about, just a little bit that I know about it, because I'm all about the experience. And if you give people an experience, they're gonna remember this place and go, oh my goodness, did you see what this did? It's amazing. I haven't seen
Yeah,
nothing
and then
like
they
that.
start comparing the other houses
To
to
that.
your house.
Exactly.
And
but
and
it
then-
doesn't have this.
Yeah. Do you remember? That looks
And it was only
amazing
this
over
much.
there.
What?
Yeah, right.
You know,
so
we
good.
are originally from Switzerland.
Okay.
So we immigrated 30 years ago. But we still have this Swiss value sense. And this is exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Quality doesn't have to be expensive.
Yeah.
But it feels different. It just feels different.
Yeah.
And the quality, the workmanship is also a big
Yeah.
impact. You know?
Yeah.
So, I always say, when you go to stock builders, like Ryan Homes and whatever, whatnot, if you want to make those houses upscale, you just go with the higher floor board. That's what it does.
little
If you
stuff.
walk in, it just looks completely
Yeah.
different than your neighbors. And it's just a floor board.
Yeah.
It's a very little change,
Yeah.
but it makes a big impact. Good. Yeah.
I think it's fancy. Little microphone.
That's it. That's it. Amazing weekend. So good to see you.